The gymnasium was nearly empty when Marcus Bennett pushed his mop across the scuffed floor, the rhythmic squeak of wet vinyl his only companion. He'd been working double shifts for 3 months straight, janitor by night, warehouse loader by dawn, ever since his daughter Emma needed those leg braces the insurance wouldn't fully cover. At 42, his body ached in places he didn't know existed, but watching Emma take her first unassisted steps last week made every sleepless hour worth it. What he didn't know was that in the next 15 minutes, one simple act of kindness would change everything he thought he knew about struggle, grace, and what it means to truly see another person. The school dance had ended an hour ago, but Marcus always stayed late on event nights. Glitter, confetti, and abandoned streamers didn't clean themselves. He'd learned long ago that single parenthood meant sacrifice. His ex-wife had left when Emma was just 2, deciding motherhood and a modest life weren't what she'd signed up for. So Marcus became both parents, learning to braid hair through YouTube videos and attending every parent-teacher conference with paint-stained work clothes because there was never time to change. He was collecting plastic cups from under the bleachers when he heard it, a soft, muffled sound that made him freeze. Crying. Someone was still here. Marcus straightened up, his knees protesting, and looked around the dimly lit gym. In the far corner, partially hidden by the DJ's abandoned equipment, sat a girl in a wheelchair. She looked about Emma's age, maybe 13 or 14, her formal dress a beautiful shade of midnight blue that sparkled under the emergency exit lights. Her shoulders shook with silent sobs, and her hands covered her face. Every instinct told Marcus to mind his own business. He was the janitor, not a counselor. Getting involved with students could mean complications he couldn't afford. But then he thought of Emma, how she sometimes came home with that same defeated slouch after kids at school made comments about her braces, how she tried to hide her tears because she didn't want to worry him. He set down his mop and approached slowly, making sure his footsteps were audible so he wouldn't startle her. "Hey there," he said gently, maintaining a respectful distance. "You okay?" The girl looked up, quickly wiping her eyes. Her mascara had run, leaving dark trails down her cheeks, and her expression was a mixture of embarrassment and exhaustion. "I'm fine," she whispered, though clearly she wasn't. "Just waiting for my mom. She's always late." Marcus nodded, understanding more than she knew about waiting and disappointment. "I'm Marcus, the janitor. Mind if I keep you company while you wait? This gym can feel pretty big when it's empty." She hesitated, then shrugged. "I'm Lily." An awkward silence settled between them. Marcus could see the used tissues balled up in her lap, the way her hands gripped the armrests of her wheelchair like they were the only solid things in a tilting world. He'd seen that look before, in his own mirror, on particularly hard nights. "Rough evening?" he asked, leaning against the wall nearby, making himself less imposing. Lily's lower lip trembled. "Nobody asked me to dance. I sat there the entire night watching everyone else. Some boys even made jokes about needing a parking space for my wheelchair." Her voice cracked. "I just wanted one dance. Just one moment where I felt normal." Marcus felt anger flash through him, hot and protective, the same anger he felt whenever someone treated Emma as less than. But anger wouldn't help this girl. He glanced at his phone. He still had 20 minutes before he needed to start his warehouse shift, 20 minutes before exhaustion claimed him completely. "Well," he said, pulling out his phone and scrolling through his music, "technically I'm still on the clock, but I don't think my boss would mind a short break. The floor's already clean enough to dance on." Lily looked up, confused. "What?" Marcus found the song, an old classic his mother used to play, something soft and timeless. "I'm not much of a dancer, fair warning. My daughter tells me I move like a rusty robot. But if you want that dance, I'm volunteering." "You don't have to." "I know," Marcus interrupted gently. "But my Emma, she's got her own challenges. Leg braces. And I've learned that sometimes the most important thing we can do is show up for each other. So, Lily, would you do me the honor?" He extended his hand, watching hope and disbelief battle across her young face. Finally, she placed her hand in his, and Marcus began to move, guiding her wheelchair in slow circles and gentle swoops across the gymnasium floor. He hummed along to the music, occasionally stepping on his own feet, making deliberately goofy moves that earned him a genuine laugh. "See? Rusty robot," he said, grinning. "But the secret is not caring what you look like. It's about the moment, right?" Lily was smiling now, really smiling, the kind that reached her eyes and erased the tear stains. They danced through one song, then another. Marcus told her about Emma, about the struggles and triumphs, about how strength comes in forms people don't always recognize. Lily told him about her dreams of becoming a marine biologist, about her frustration with people who saw her wheelchair before they saw her. What neither of them noticed was the woman standing in the gymnasium doorway, one hand pressed to her mouth, tears streaming down her face. Catherine Montgomery hadn't meant to watch. She'd arrived to pick up Lily 15 minutes ago, running late as usual from a board meeting that couldn't wait. She'd built a tech empire from nothing, had her face on magazine covers, commanded rooms full of investors with a single sentence. But standing there, watching a tired janitor in worn work clothes give her daughter the moment she'd been denied all evening, Catherine felt something crack open inside her chest. She'd spent years trying to fix things with money, the best doctors, the most advanced wheelchair, private schools with accessibility promises. But she'd missed something fundamental. She'd been so busy building a future for Lily that she'd forgotten to see what her daughter needed in the present: simple human kindness, someone who saw past the wheelchair to the girl who just wanted to dance. Marcus had just spun Lily into a final flourish when Catherine finally entered the gym, her heels clicking on the floor Marcus had polished hours before. He turned, slightly startled, and Lily's face lit up. "Mom!" Catherine approached, her professional composure barely masking her emotion. "I'm so sorry I'm late, sweetheart." Then she looked at Marcus, really looked at him, saw the exhaustion in his eyes, the paint stains on his work boots, the phone in his pocket probably set with alarms for his next job. "And you must be Lily's dance partner." "I'm Catherine Montgomery." Marcus shook her hand, his rough janitor's grip meeting her manicured one. "Marcus Bennett, ma'am. Just keeping your daughter company." "Just?" Catherine repeated softly. She crouched beside Lily's wheelchair. "Honey, did you have a good time?" Lily was glowing. "Mom, Marcus is amazing. We danced, and he told me about his daughter Emma, and he didn't treat me like I was broken or weird or," her voice caught. "He just treated me like me." Catherine stood, her CEO mask firmly in place now, though her eyes remained soft. "Mr. Bennett, could I have a word?" She gestured toward the door, and Marcus followed, confused. In the hallway, Catherine turned to face him. "I won't forget what you did tonight." Most people wouldn't have stopped. They would have called someone else, delegated the discomfort, treated it as not their problem. Marcus shrugged. "My daughter taught me that everyone's fighting battles people can't see. Least I could do was give Lily a few minutes of happiness. Your daughter must be very proud of you." He smiled, tired but genuine. "I'm pretty proud of her too." Catherine pulled out a business card, then paused and pulled out her phone instead. "Mr. Bennett, how would you feel about a different kind of work? I run a company that develops accessible technology. We're expanding our community outreach program, and we need someone who actually understands what empathy looks like. Someone who sees people, not problems." Marcus stared at her. "Ma'am, I appreciate it, but I'm a janitor. I don't have tech experience or..." "You have something more valuable. You have heart. And you can learn the rest." She named a salary that made Marcus's knees weak. Full benefits, including the kind of medical coverage that would help with Emma's treatments. Standard hours, no more double shifts. Marcus felt tears prick his eyes. "Why would you do this?" Catherine glanced